I now request Madam Michaela Marksová, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs of the Czech Republic, for a special address.
So, dear honorable guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I must say that I am very happy and I feel honored to be able to speak here, to be in Mumbai and to address this summit. Well, so on a global scale, women nowadays make 80% of the decisions about what should be bought. And women account for 60% of all university graduates. So they not only represent a significant economic power, as what already was said here, but they also offer an enormous potential. But in many countries, women still face restrictions in education. They are paid less for their work, and they are still underrepresented in the political and public life. And in those countries where women are not restricted directly by law, still strong stereotypes prevail. And so we as women, even if we have, for example, university education, and if we get married, then the society expects from us to be at home and take care of the children and of the household. And even this is happening in developed countries. And if we work, we are often put in occupations which are called female occupations, and it only means that they are generally less paid. And even if we work in the same job as men, we are also less paid. And I don't know how many of you have seen the relatively new film Hidden Figures about the mathematicians. And these mathematicians were female and they were also black. And actually those women, the chance for them to be hired, to be able to perform as mathematicians, it was given to them in the times when the government was desperate because the men were in the war and the government was looking for mathematicians for brains. So, and they were so desperate that first they started to hire women, and they were even more desperate, so they started to hire black women. And I think this film is really, for me, I have so far read the book, I haven't seen the film yet. But for me, the story is a great story of women's empowerment. But unfortunately, it doesn't belong to the history, though it's from 40s till 60s. I think that this story is still very fresh for us, and we can take it as an example. So I am a political representative from one of the European countries. Most of the countries in Europe are united in this European Union, and we can say that the European Union recognizes gender equality and takes many measures really to achieve equality and in this issue, but there are big differences between the countries. And we do have, of course, these so-called Nordic countries like Sweden, Finland, Denmark, where we can say that the gender equality was really achieved, or they are really good. But I, for example, I am coming from Czech Republic, which is one of the post-socialist countries. And though we are relatively rich and developed country, we are in many ways, we are on the worst places within the EU. So, for example, we have one of the biggest pay gap within the European Union, and we are also very bad in representation of women in the parliament or in the government. And unlike those countries which were mentioned here, so far we never ever had a female president, and we never had female prime minister, and I'm afraid that we have to never ever. We will have wait many years before we will have some woman in the highest position, and I know what I am talking about. This government is exceptional because after many years we have 3 women out of I think 15, and it's like considered as a big number. But before we used to have several governments without any woman at all. And I must say that I often find myself in a group of only men, like me plus 10 men, me plus 20 men. And I must say that it's quite, it's really too much. And and I must say that, thank you, but imagine if you are often in such environment, just few of you, and the rest are female. And that's what I'm trying to explain to my colleagues, because they are saying, why are you complaining? And I'm saying, imagine it, on the other side. Imagine yourself being all the time surrounded by women. And then they said, like, oops, well, it would be difficult. So I am really very happy that I am here, that I am among many women. It really makes me feel happy and comfortable. Thank you. And also it makes me remain optimistic for our future, that we make it, because we are strong, and together we will achieve what we want. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaela ma'am, for sharing your perspective.